Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, keto. 100%. I just show up for you guys and don't even think about really what I look like. Okay, today's going to be maybe just a little bit longer, all right? We're going to talk about riding the wave in. Surfers, they go out and they have to, battle the little waves coming in that have already crashed, sometimes twice. So they're really broken down. And you're going out there to do it. Like you prepare, I'm going to get through this set of circumstances. And by the time that, you're getting halfway there, you're negotiating. Like, I'm getting halfway there. I just have a little bit more to go. Do I actually want to stop here, kind of turn around and ride the wave? And you're like, nope. I decided that I was going to come out here and I just wanted to surf. So I'm going to finish going. And then you pass all the other people that have quit at that point and turned around and started heading back to shore. And then you just decide, like, I'm not going to quit. And look at the people out there who just surf freely. Look at those people out there. Then there's the professionals. You're like, I'm never going to be one of those. All right, fine. I mean, whether you say it to yourself or not, just give yourself a break, right? It's kind of like saying, I can never be a billionaire, but you don't know how they became a billionaire, so don't worry about that, okay? Either way, you understand that you're not professional at it, which means you are not proficient. You're just starting out. So that's okay. But you're still here. So give yourself all the same credit because they didn't get there without your journey too. So keep going. And the waves are now getting, like, they're kind of changing a little bit. And now when they're starting to break, they're a little bit bigger. Now you feel, there's no sand under your feet anymore. In fact, it's a little bit darker, right? And now the unsureness really is coming because where do you find your spirit? Where do you find your light? Where do you find what you hold from? Okay? Because the depth now of the ocean and the water has its own push and pull separate from you. This is when you're releasing and letting things go. This is what you're trusting. I mean, the people sitting on the surfboard, you're not going to think, oh my gosh, like the surfboard's going to disappear. No, there's buoyancy, right? The water, you're suspended on top of the water. You're not going to just go under, right? And you trust that. So trust that. Trust that you're not going to just go under. Okay? Like, trust what is already there and surrounding. Not because you're trusting that it's going to have a negative impact. You're trusting exactly what it is, which is a full acceptance, an allowance of everything going on. So as we're going out there, the waves are getting bigger and we're trying it. We're doing this, okay? And now you start to notice. Here's the difference. Now you're watching the waves to come in. First, you didn't even pay attention to what was so far out there because you weren't even there. You were in little pity pats of the puddles, it seemed like, and they were just hitting the sand. And it's even little baby sand crabs. And, you're going past there. And as you keep going out, you're seeing the difference. You're feeling the change. And the change being in you, of you deciding, I'm still going to take another step, even though I don't know what's going to happen. My feet are not touching the ground anymore. However, this surfboard is holding me above water. That's your faith. Holding you above water. Okay? Trust that. Stay there. Sit there. And understand that professionals sit there waiting for the perfect wave. And that's what they do. Because they are in full trust that they are exactly where they are supposed to be. They are not jumping at every single little baby wave that comes in to think this is the one that's going to take them all the way through. They actually know that that's not it. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you think of the little waves as just experiences in life. You can think of them as obstacles. The point being, you made a conscious choice when you got on that board. And that means a conscious decision. You decided in your mind, this moment, right here and now, I'm just going to do something different. How about that? Okay? I'm just going to do something different. I'm going to go in a direction that I have never done. I'm going to trust that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And as you move through the easy stuff, and then you eventually are moving into territories that you haven't been, but you're on such good momentum, it's okay. So then by the time you get to and you recognize, oh my gosh, like I'm actually far from shore. Oh my gosh, I can't touch the ground. And you're starting to notice. Well, here's the thing. You're going to have to remain in that faith on that board. And you stay there. And you keep going. And that perfect wave begins to come. You can feel it before it even gets there. You just know. Maybe it's the little dream that came true. Maybe it's the fear that came true. Either one. Ride it out. Okay? But you know it's coming, so just do it. Right? Make that choice to ride it all the way through. So you begin to build up. You know that it's coming. It's happening. It's working for you. And it doesn't matter. You're like, this is it. I'm not doing this one again. This one's perfect for me. Whatever it may be. And so you start to build momentum so that you are at the same frequency, vibration, movement as that of the wave coming in. That wave does not need you to surf it in order to exist. Okay? It has its own momentum, and it is going to shore. It is going to land. It is going to make it, and it does not care if you are there or not. So you either ride that wave in and you use it together, or you try to form against it and flip. Pick. Pick to ride it. Bring all your energy, bring all your courage, bring all your momentum, and get up on that board. And you get that wave, and you feel the tremble, and you feel the shake, and you feel the excitement, and you feel the nervousness, but you're already in motion. You just go, whatever it may be. And that wave, all of a sudden, you notice as it's coming and bringing you back into shore, is riding you over everything. It is riding you over every circumstance, every challenge, every time you had a thought that maybe you couldn't do it. You went by that time where you just sat there and you're like, should I keep going? You went by that one too. And it brought you all the way to land, your promised land. Because you rode the wave. You're not alone. That water was there before you. Get it? It's been there the whole time. You. The power of you. Been there the whole time. Okay? You got it. Pretty easy. Just get on that board. Okay? Come, show up, hang out with us. Right? I have the best life. I love my life. Ride the wave. Completely. Enjoy it. You got this. Love you so much.